I'm doing pretty good. Good to be here. It is you mentioned this is a Div D or Div E match?
I believe it's Div E.
Regardless. That's, yeah. Glad to be here with the Lord of the Bacons.
Yeah, it's Div E. It's yep, exactly. So we're good to go. It looks like everyone's locked. Let's go ahead and get this first strap on the way. So the interesting thing about this tournament for people that aren't aware is that it is not tonnage based except for the last drop. It's mixed around by size. So like one drop you could bring 2 lights, 2 mediums sort of thing. The next drop you may only have 1 light. So it kind of changes, how you approach the map.
That is correct. The first 4 drops start with 1 assault, and then you rotate with 1 heavy, 1 medium, and 1 light for the first 4 drops, and then the last drop is a tonnage-based drop, 420 tons, and maximum of 2 per weight class.
First drop is going to be Crimson Straight here, so we're just waiting for the teams to fly on in. Well, it appears that they are taking their time in their dropships.
Probably waiting for people to connect.
Yeah, waiting for people to connect.
Oh, dropships coming in.
Here they come. Heavy Machine Gun Viper, Goss, Air Large, Night Gear, Annihilator with AC5s, light PBCs, Mistlinks, Heavy Machine Guns, another Mistlinks, and another Night Gear.
Yeah, so I can see on the GNX side, Direwolf, Skill, a Huntsman, Night Gear, and the Wolfpack is a Firestarter, a Stormcrow, and a Gen 2C missile variant.
Okay, interesting. So it appears that right off the start, the G is pushing towards the island.
Kappa is under enemy control.
That is pushing for their second cap. It appears to be kind of holding, more of like a relief sort of deal in the city here.
That is correct.
They should be able to see these mechs back here.
Yeah, GNX is moving slowly towards the island.
They're going around the backside, right?
Their trading mechs have seen Raptor Talons on the platform. At least the Direwolf is looking at them. So they know that at least the fast movers from Raptor Talons are not anywhere near the island.
Oh, some exchanging fire is already going off, with Misty and the Night Gear taking damage from Biker and the Night Gear.
Yeah, GNX Wolfpack is trying to guard the rear of the main force.
Yeah, GNX is completely on the island now. And they're bringing blue lasers into what is essentially a high DPS DACA type setup.
Yeah. So basically GNX is trying to win trades with their Wolfpack trying to guard their back door.
In the home caps, GNX.
Yep. I mean, that's usually what you have to anticipate when you move your entire force into a single location.
Command confirming that we have
At the same time, GNX is also GNX is also moving towards the enemy's home cap.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Yeah, Raptor Talons assault's going to be in trouble here if these lights, after taking this, go for the assaults.
Yeah, that Wolfpack from GNX, I think
scary.
their role was to protect the back door for these big mechs, but now these big mechs are open in the back.
The Raptor Talons Wolfpack has recalled, and they're coming back here. It looks like the first initial target's going to be Giggity here in the Annihilator. I don't think he knows they're coming. He might here in a moment. I don't know if you're going to hop into the cockpits. Let me know. Oh, they're going down.
Yeah, I'm watching Giggity, and yeah, he's getting basically gangbanged.
Yeah, he's trying.
Yeah. The Wolfpack
Did a good job of
is
turning.
here. Yeah, the Wolfpack is here, but we'll see if they can create enough disturbance.
Bad Piggy and Indigo Man, both of the primaries for each.
Oh
respective team.
no, the Raptor Talon Viper is stuck on the mountain. Just
He's free.
now,
He's free.
Just now he freed himself.
He did take some leg damage. His leg is one touch from that.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, while this fight is going on, the GNX traders are just sitting on the island free farming.
Yep.
Looks like they're trading mechs still. Another mech goes down for Raptor Talons.
Yeah. While this chaos is going on, GNX big mechs are trying to farm Raptor Talons, but
I mean,
I think they're gonna have this.
GNX is doing a good job. They're fighting within their Overwatch, so
Yeah.
that these Raptor Talons, they have to push out in the open, and they're getting back, getting some back shots.
Yeah.
The traders are basically just.
Yeah. I mean, the traders need to clean these guys faster
Yep.
because they're now. Okay.
Now they should be able to get that last one.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the mislinks.
Yeah, it is almost over. Yeah, Mistlinks is legged, I think.
It's gonna go down. So they just have to go for the caps. What, flip one cap probably. This is a good fight for where Raptor Talons traders were at. Their assaults were basically in the buildings and bit behind. They weren't able to capitalize on the fact that when GNX crossed, they basically got.
Yeah. Yeah, GNX took the initiative with that, recognized that they are moving away from their home cap, from like the traditional trading positions, so they could cross that water pretty much for free.
Misty's still
Like,
very fresh. Sailor Jerry's
Yes.
open CT. Look at the Firestarter. Ooh, Firestarter's one touch rear CT and his right leg's a little messed up.
Yeah, those were the ones that who sort of like fought it out in the city in a massive brawl, but
I think they just
yeah, the
need
two
to
traders.
cap Gamma. If they cap Gamma, it should flip.
They have resource point
Yeah.
Gamma.
Nope, they need to get one more.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, while we're finishing this up, I'll bring up the map strat if you want to kind of draw some stuff and go over the match.
Yeah, it was pretty like straightforward, but
I mean, the Raptor Talons, they basically kind of came up here with their assaults, and they were just, actually, they were further back. My apologies. They were more like this with their assaults. The Wolfpack went like this, and then turned around and came all the way back.
yeah. So GNX, what they
The
did,
enemy has
moved
tapped
their
enough resources.
trading mechs into the island. The initial movement from the Wolfpack was capping Kappa. They went and scouted Raptor Talon's mechs on top of the platform. At that point, they were recalled and came back to the island, went behind the island, and jumped on the Raptor Talon's home cap. At this time, what Raptor Talons wasn't counting on is that when you have your Wolfpack mechs on top of the platform, you can't easily attack GNX on the island and cross into the open. So you kind of have they kind of like spent a bit of time on that platform, not realizing that GNX is shifting their brawler portion of the deck towards their main team. They responded, but the response was a little bit late. At that point, it's a hard decision to make. Like, do you push the Overwatch or do you come back to the main team? I think they responded correctly by coming back to the main team.
They could have pushed across the island and killed those traders.
Yeah. Although, I mean, if they did that, the brawling wave would have wiped out
Their bigs.
their bigs for free,
Yeah.
and then it would have been sort of like I want to say even trade, but at that time you would assume that the big mix from Raptor Talon would have hurt GNX's Wolfpack enough for the Wolfpack to be able to finish it off, but it's basically hindsight at this point.
All right, so switching over here to the post-game stats. Let's see. See if it works. It does. Okay, so post-game stats. So Biker in the Night Gear was able to actually put out quite a bit of damage there. 497. Adversely, yeah, Salo Jerry and Brackish, the Direwolf and the Onion, they were farming. 553 coming out of Sailor Jerry with 3 kills, 4 assists. Definitely hitting every single target. Brackish, the Onion Skull, 7 assists on everything as well. Still going down, 661 damage. Pretty even spread between all their bigs and their lights, also getting around 200 damage or so. Lunar Storm, that was the Viper that got stuck, I believe. That definitely hurt them because basically almost got their leg for free.
Yeah, he almost lost the leg because of that.
Yep, and it shows. It was only able to pull 94 damage. Go ahead and mark these down. First drop goes to GNX. So this next map is going to be Free Worlds Coliseum. It's a new map where each team basically has a cap that's kind of uncontestable at the start. The only cap that's really contestable is going to be the center cap.
Yes. The center cap on this one favors, I think, one of the teams in terms of holding it. Although, like the initial opening, the side that's at a disadvantage for taking it first, at a disadvantage for holding it gets to the cap point first. So this is sort of a challenging contest in the middle for Theta.
Okay, we're on our way into the next drop.
They sure have a lot of orbital guns behind those walls.
Oh yeah, this place is very well protected. A key aerospace asset.
Yeah.
Command coming in.
Viper, Mistlinks, Night Gear, also two Night Star 10Ps.
Okay, so yeah, this is interesting because GNX is going for the full duplicate deck: 2 Direwolves, 2 Hunchbacks, 2 Incubus, and 1 Night Gear.
We have Gamma.
Enough these these Night Stars from our Raptor Talons. They're ECM Night.
Control. They've taken Epsilon.
EM Night Stars.
Okay.
Sneaky, and they appear to be taking the top side of the map with them. Back is going directly straight for Theta. So that going straight for Theta, but they are taking quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah, I think GNX by now know that they're going for like a very quick Wolfpack approach. Yeah, I don't think having so many people on the cap point is a good way of capping it.
Who are you
We've
in right
captured
now?
Resource point Sigma.
Looking at Sailor Jerry from the direwolf perspective, and he has full view of Theta Cap.
Whole time.
Yeah. He hasn't been contested by any traders from Raptor Talons, so... And he did put out a bunch of damage into the Wolfpack.
Well, they aren't. GNX is making no play for Theta. They are very content to set up just to sit here and trade. I don't know if they've seen these Night Stars yet, but
I don't think so. Or at least
well,
from
Giggity
what I-
just took some damage, so they definitely. I see some blue lasers trying to reach out.
Yeah. Okay, now Sailor Jerry, the trader, definitely sees the Night Stars
Yep.
going to the left side of the map from their perspective. Yeah, they're still keeping an eye on Theta as well, but I think they should be looking towards their left, which is where Raptor Talons is trying to sneak in their Wolfpack to
This
catch that
octopus is
Hunchback.
coming up on this hunchback, and the incubus. They see it coming.
Yeah, I think the guys up there need to.
They're
They
trying to send it
probably-
hard on this top flank. I don't know if pushing on the top flank's really the play.
Yeah. Yeah, the traders in the middle of the map are trying to.
Their light mechs are
Use-
also trying to go for Theta.
Hmm,
GNX is relatively fresh still, unnamed armored core, taking about 10% damage.
yeah, I think Sailor Jerry is in a very good position to just
Refarm.
punish that push wave.
They were able to kill that direwolf rather quickly, and it looks like they're going to kill Brackish and the hunchback next.
Yeah.
He's definitely going down, but these assaults from GNX are able to free farm.
The main threat currently from Raptor Talon is the enemy Wolfpack. Now, enemy Wolfpack for the Raptor Talons, they are the ones that are sort of like cleaning up. Yeah, I think the direwolf should focus on legging those.
This is
Those
not
Wolfpacks-
going- they were not able to soften
Yeah.
them up as they pushed.
Yeah.
Sailor Jerry is trying to roll some damage. He's got a strike on him.
No, I don't. I think the Wolfpack is gonna get to him and
They're
he's
on
gonna
him now.
die.
They have resource point Gamma.
Funny, they just left him. Oh, there he goes. He finally popped.
Yeah.
This is what I like to see, though. I like to see, you know, a little back and forth.
Yeah.
GNX had a good first game. Raptor Talons, you know, they definitely soaked it up as they pushed, but they had, you know, this is a good little push here. Worked
Yeah.
out really well for them.
What sort of like I was surprised because like the push was very telegraphed and still GNX didn't pull away the mechs that they had on top, like in the path of the push away from that position.
Command confirming
Because
that we
GNX
have
has a lot of
possession of
kitey
Gamma.
mechs. Like they have two Incubus, or one or two. Yeah, they have two Incubus running around. They have like two Hunchbacks. You don't want these things to be right in front of a Wolfpack, like two Vipers, two Mistlings, because they're gonna get chewed up. You're gonna have to leverage that long range as long as you can.
Tuna Fist in the Incubus is trying to do his best to maintain that cap advantage that GNX does have. However,
Yeah.
with not a single mech
A
going
bunch
down,
of a bunch of GNX mechs are legged actually, like the
Resource
Raptor Talon
proximity is
mechs.
ours.
well, it Looks like he's going for the Mistlinks. I think he can get that leg. If he can get the left leg on that Mistlinks.
We have gained Epsilon.
Yeah, if he gets the leg and runs away.
Well, it's open, but it's not able to hit it. He's doing a good job shielding.
Yeah. Yeah, still, I think, like, this Incubus should have just, like, leveraged its speed it has, like, against the Mistlinks.
Mistlinks is quite slow compared
Yeah.
to Incubus. Night Stars are here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is over now.
Yeah, this is where he's gonna get pumped pretty hard. He just has some cover. Both his legs are red or orange.
Yeah.
Finish, there it goes. Tuna Fist's leg and down. Very decisive win
We've
by
gathered
Raptor
enough
Talons.
resources. This triumph will
A
provide
nice
us
push.
huge tactical benefits.
It did take quite a bit of damage pushing in, but they were able to pull it out and pull that dub.
Yeah. Like, from what I saw, like, the trading line from GNX was doing good damage, but they were not prioritizing targets, like the most dangerous targets that are coming in. Like, those Night Stars started soaking up damage, and that's what their role is, to soak up damage for the Wolfpack to move in.
Do you see these post-game stats? Giggity Night Star, 1,008 damage. He was farming.
Yeah.
Sailor Jerry also farming 620 damage. Very nice.
Yeah, that's that was a pretty good push from Raptor Talons.
Go ahead and switch it here to the map strat. Yeah, so they eventually just, they did a push like this while the light pack went for Theta, kind of got scared off, and then they just kind of lingered in this area. And then they pushed, with their bigs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
GNX having various positions up here and whatnot. Ultimately just kind of got ran over.
Yeah, GNX mechs in this area should have bailed a lot quicker, because when they had info on that push, like, very early on, before the Night Stars were there, and the Wolfpack didn't engage until the Night Stars were up there. They had plenty of time to leave, especially the two Incubus that went actually there, which I don't think was the correct thing to do. You just want to maintain that distance as long as possible if that's the deck you're bringing against a push like that.
So on to the next map. We're going to have Canyon Network here. Judging on how these teams have played so far, I mean, it seems that Raptor Talons has kind of preferred more of these Daka decks. Not necessarily playing aggressive, but they have kind of preferred these Daka decks. Do you think that perhaps they will be pushing, or you think maybe they'll take up more of a stationary position? So Raptor Talons has been more aggressive, and GNX has kind of been a bit of both. They've kind of been aggressive, and they've also been fine to sit back and trade.
Like, both of them, like, Raptor Talons played both ways, the first drop and the second drop, like, two different things. GNX, on the other hand, appeared to be opting for, like, a trading cap hold stuff compared to Raptor Talons. Raptor Talons is just, like, mixing it up. So yeah, probably they want to repeat that. For example, GNX could go for another hold trade, but Raptor Talons, I can't predict.
I think Raptor Talons is going to send it. I think they're going to be aggressive. They're going to have an aggressive deck. I think we definitely see an aggressive deck from them.
Yeah, we could. Though I'm not really familiar with the pilots, so I can't really predict based on that. But it's been good that they have tried like two different things for in these two drops. Especially the Night Stars were actually pretty good.
Yeah, the ECM Night Stars are pretty cool, and I get the ECM to kind of give you a little bit more time to move in. Yeah, they were seen still, but it is what it is.
Yeah, more importantly, like the paper doll info is something like people should send a mess, but sometimes hiding that bit of info could be something that you can use to your advantage.
All right, we're into our next drop. So, GNX, I'm seeing Timbies, PPC Fire Starters, Goss Direwolf, another Timby, PPC Hunchback. Yeah, kind of a trade deck from GNX for sure.
Yeah, Janet. Okay, so you're reading Raptor Talons?
No, I was reading GNX.
Command, coming
Okay.
in.
Raptor Talons are actually going full trade.
Oh, okay.
Full trade, but with a very, very scary Wolfpack. 2 Mistlinks and 1 Viper. And they have 2 Direwolves and 2 Night Gears. So their trading part is very strong. And they have good Wolfpacks for cleanup at the end. Although they have to keep their Wolfpacks healthy for that to happen at the end.
A little bit of skirmishing here on Theta.
They've taken Epsilon.
The Viper of Eagle Gaming taking about 14% damage. Iki tries to go in for it as well. Also just gets slapped, 10% damage.
Yeah. GNX are trading.
2 mechs sitting back here. A lot of players like to call
Yeah.
Junkyard. Raptor Talons have 2 mechs back. This other chain location.
Yeah. GNX are using like these hunchbacks pretty well. I mean, he moved away from the location, but the high mounts winning traded against the Night Gears.
I think it's interesting that nobody's bothered. Looks like they're trying to go for Theta again. Both teams at the same time are trying to go for Theta. It's kind of interesting. Tuna Fist taking a bit of damage. Side torso open, but otherwise he's able to get away. Saint Dane appears to be. Yeah, is he gonna go for it? Nah. Should definitely try for the cap. Yeah, he got struck out. Both teams are just their lights are getting beat up trying to get these caps.
Yeah. The traders, it seems like crazy motorbiker. His right torso is red armor, but he's been winning trades against the enemy Blood Asp.
Resource point Theta is ours.
These 2 Timberwolves are definitely punishing this corner. They're pushing up and getting really, really, really good burns. But they are definitely getting beat up. A lot of good.
Yeah. Giggity is like red armor, right torso, and CT. That PPC Hunchback has been hammering him.
Well, both the Night Gears are CT orange. They're basically one shot. Lunarstorm getting headshot there as well. So both these Night Gears are about to go down for Raptor Talons. There goes the first one, Indigo Man down.
Command confirming that
High pinpoint
possession of
damage
Kappa.
from these Timberwolves, just burning them every time they come and try and trade. Did get Kappa, and they do have a small force coming behind that has been completely unscouted. Both the Mistlinks.
Oh yeah. They are going
No.
for Sigma. At least one of them is.
Well, they don't
Not
see. They
not.
don't. Now they're walking in front of the Direwolf's vision. Yep, Direwolf's
Yeah.
vision now. Iggy could just
One
go
of
on
the
this direwolf.
yeah, the Mislinks is thinking about it, but he's making the decision. The direwolf doesn't see him.
No, both sides have their bigs getting jumped. GNX just rolling over the bigs
Yeah.
of
The Mislinks has realized that the direwolf has shaved leg armor.
yeah. Misty should be going down here momentarily. There it goes.
Yep.
He was able to push away, didn't sit back and wait.
Yeah.
If I were these two lights, yeah, they're doing what they should be doing. They're backing off,
Yeah.
they're going for the cap.
Yeah, they're going for the cap control, although the score is way too early.
No, to make a difference.
And yeah.
They could catch a light off. If GNX spreads out this 3 because it's 2 mislinks in a that's still
So
a
yeah,
lot.
I mean there's like these 2 Mislinks will have problems against a lot of Raptor Talons mechs because they are extremely fresh.
Yeah.
They have resource point Gamma.
A lot
I'm
of
sorry,
GNX mechs.
against GNX. Sorry. Yeah, I misplaced the team names. Yeah, a lot of the
Tuna Fist here. Tuna Fist is gonna have a little bit of a tumble with St. Dane. He's got no backup. This other fire starter of Tokido, but Tokido is also pretty weak. CT and side torso on Tokido.
Yeah, the lights are weak on GNX side, but all of other mechs on there.
Okay, there goes Tuna Fist goes down. I would assume Tokido goes down here in a moment. He is
Yeah.
cherry red side torso.
Yeah, he's gonna go down in a moment.
They're not
Although
they're gonna
these
greed.
guys have to be careful
They're
not
gonna
to be
greed,
baited
yeah,
into
yeah.
the open.
Don't get too greedy, guys. He got legged.
Yeah, they got baited into the open. Like the fire starter actually did a very good job of baiting these guys into the open.
Looks like they're going on unmanned armor core. CT
Yeah.
open. He's about to go down. They're definitely going to get a kill on him. There he goes. So now they're in quite the spot. They've got 2 Timberwolves and a Blood Asp. If they could get away, they have 4 cap though.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to get away from this. Like, look at the health on these Timbers and Blood Asps.
My paper doll is showing Iggy is legged, both
The
legs.
enemy
Oh, there
has
it goes.
capped enough
He's bugged.
resources.
Yeah.
We've failed.
Yeah.
They did get a couple kills in the end there, but I think when that fire will get away, they needed to just back off and go for the caps.
Yeah, it is a bit like the wolf pack that Raptor Talons brought. It was a very good wolf pack. However, they didn't respond to receive that push from the enemy team because they had a lot of traders. That's one way to look at it. Like they had a lot of traders, like 2 Night Gears and 2 Direwolves. They were like, okay, these guys can handle whatever trader the enemy team is gonna throw at them. So they were going for sneaky stuff, but it didn't work out the way they were thinking, as they didn't come to receive. And even before the push happened, I think the traders took a lot of beating from the enemy traders because I was looking at some perspectives. The direwolves, before the push happened, were red CT armor, right torso, red armor, and the Night Gears were pretty much CT open against the Hunchback and the Timber and the Blood Asp.
Mm-hmm. So looking at the damage here, kind of a lower damage game for both. Well, I mean, not really. Bad Piggy, the Timberwolves definitely were doing work. They were just wrapping that corner and getting really good shots, as well as the Hunchback into the CTs of pretty much everything they were facing. The Night Gears were trying to trade with them, but I mean that's a lot of pinpoint precise damage. That's hit scan, versus the Night Gears were using with Goss and some hit scan. They were able to just delete those Night Gears so early and just win those trades. They did a pretty good job. So The next map, we have a side swap, and we're on to Viridian Bog. So they didn't just push. They both opted to kind of trade. Do you think they both try and trade on Bog? I could see GNX still sitting up and trying to trade. I feel that's more of their forte, to kind of have a mixture of a trading light pack and more of an aggressive light pack, and then some turrets. But Raptor Talons has done both. They've both traded and done some interesting pushes.
Yeah, it is. Raptor Talons, again, I can't predict. They could push here. Like, there are some good lanes for pushing.
Raptor Talons will be team 2, so yeah.
In this map,
Good push
I
around
don't
like
think.
this.
Yeah, I don't think GNX would try to push here. Mainly because Team 2 generally has some good positions to receive.
Mm-hmm. Team 2 is the Team 1 is GNX.
Yes, so that's why I'm thinking, like,
Yeah.
GNX might not push because of that. Might be going for a receive, based on like what happened on the Coliseum map. But it's hard to predict what Raptor Talon's gonna do, because they've been showing that they've been mixing it up.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good spots you can get to early to receive from Team 1 as well. I mean, there's a lot of spots you can spawn and you can be up in a good spot where you can receive. Put a couple mechs there, you can push a mech up there. Like, pretty early, you can have the threshold. I guess the question comes down to is, where's the fight going to be? Do they fight more on the Epsi side, or do they fight more towards the Kappa side?
Yeah.
This area is like the high ground, mid ground up here, and then this area down here for the unaware. This entire area highlighted is a swamp that's recessed into the ground. It's in the water.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very hard to call, like, because Epsilon north side of the map, like, if they manage to cap it, they pretty much have it in the bag. If they try to move towards, like, the north side of the map, if GNX decides to do that, they usually concede the south side, and that means, like, the enemy can take 3 cap from you and, like, take the clock down on you.
GNX should be able to get Epsilon, and
Yeah,
at least
Epsilon is
have an Overwatch
given.
on it. Yeah.
Epsilon is a given. Team 1 always gets Epsi, and most of the time be able to control it till the end of the match. The most contested point will be Theta, and which team can put pressure on Theta cap point.
Looks like both teams are locked. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and get this bog match on the way. Currently, GNX is at 2 wins, with Raptor Talons at 1 drop win.
That is correct.
Looks like GNX has 2 Novas, 2 Direwolves, an Onion, a Timberwolf, and a Flea. So kind of the same deck that they had last time, but with these Novas.
Interesting.
And the Novas are heavy machine gun, small pulse.
Yeah, Nova is like when you can put put it in a good position. The DPS coming out of that mech is insane, and looks like Raptor Talons is going to respond in kind. They have two SRM summoners, 2 executioners, a Veagle. What's the Veagle? Let me see. That's an SRM LB. Veagle with a Viper in tow. So they're going. Yeah, they're going all in. Like, those, when you see SRM summoners, that means, like, that gives you the plan. Like, they are going face to face with the enemy, because otherwise these summoners can't do anything.
Let me know if you hop in a mech.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at Sailor Jerry. He's AC5s and 2 ERPPCs, so they're sort of like somewhat prepared for receive. Yeah, both of the direwolves are actually 5 AC5s and 2 ERPPCs.
Okay, well that's pretty big.
Yeah, and the Novas like pushing into this deck, like you have to take like a really good pathing to not to get wrecked by the direwolf before you can get your summoners on top of the mechs.
I don't think either's team has really scouted each other yet. They're just trying to figure out
Yeah,
where they're
it
at.
seems like Raptor Talons don't know where the main body of GNX is. These summoners are trying to probe the north side of the map in some way. Yeah,
St.
someone
Dane's
needs
trying
to
get a visual on him.
Yeah, someone needs to get on the horn and is like, okay, so I found them. Looks like they found them.
So they should
Yeah.
definitely know.
Yeah, looks like they found them. They're hesitating a little bit. It's like probably trying to find
Well, GNX
exactly where
appears
they
to just
are.
be like holding W toward them right now.
Yeah. I think
Okay, they're gonna.
if
this is where
Raptor
it happens.
Talons manage to like
Here it goes. They're
lure
going for Sailor Jerry first.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Brackish is going to eat it. They're going for legs on Brackish. This is going to be difficult to call with how much damage is going out for both teams. You guys are just going to have to look at the percentages.
Yeah, going on the direwolves. Direwolves are going down.
Misty is still up and just absolutely pumping. But it looks like the Raptor Talons are going on Misty next.
Yep. The Novas are in the fight now. Although they're getting legged. Saint Dane is being completely uncontested.
Yeah, just able to
And
free farm people's rear CTs.
He just like chewed away everyone.
Wow. Still pretty close here. If they can get Bad Piggy down
Yeah.
without getting too messed up, it's still a pretty close match. Bad Piggy's legs are getting absolutely destroyed though. Able to take the Veagle down before he goes down. Rear CT on
Yeah.
Bad Piggy, one touch. Goes down.
Yeah, it's very, very close. This flea should be able to wrap
And
it
the armor
up.
core, is he legged? He is. Oh, he's one
Yeah.
touch on that leg.
Yeah, they recognized it and they're going after it.
There he goes.
Yeah, now it's up to the flea.
This flea could
I
clean
think
it
the
up.
flea's. Yeah, I think the flea has it. Yep. Yep. The
He's
flea
getting
has it in
legs
the
there.
bag.
The flea's legs are damaged, but it's just
No, I
internal
don't
masking
think-
damage.
Like, flea can just like stand here and farm this guy. I think that's what he's doing. He's just farming him for every bit of damage he can. Like, one ER micro laser is not going to.
I don't think he can hit the legs, so he just went for the threat of the damage before trying to wiggle around and get that leg. And there it goes.
That's it.
That was close. Really close drop.
Will provide us
Yep.
huge tactical benefits.
The lights on both teams were very decisive in that drop.
Yeah. The mislinks from Raptor Talon sort of like jumped on them, and it was completely uncontested. Like, they had other things to worry about. Of course, like their summoners and the Veagle to worry about. But yeah, he actually did a good job of sort of like masking out and being that little
Annoying
pest
flea.
in the corner. Yeah, the flea on the GNX side, he actually did great in sort of like staying out of the conflict and sort of like wearing them down one by one, and it paid off. What I didn't like was where the direwolves were positioned, because when you bring direwolves with those builds, you always want to force the enemy to sort of like cross in the open to reach those direwolves. Like you shouldn't offer them so easily to the enemy summoners like they did. It's like probably they were trying to reposition them from one point to another, but you have to do it like safely and quickly, because like it was the ideal situation for the Raptor Talon to take away like the most dangerous mechs off the field. And, that was two direwolves, and the Novas were actually like out of the fight when that happened.
Well, the direwolf went down super fast, right? But Misty was still able to pump out 725 damage, and they went down pretty quick.
Yeah, it's like those direwolves like are a source of DPS,
Oh,
like
yeah.
especially with that build, and now and that it seemed like they stripped leg armor, but can't be sure. That build, when you bring that something like that, you want to put those direwolves somewhere so they can just like rain bullets into a push, not being the first thing in enemy crosshairs like in 50 meters in front of them.
Yeah, totally. So currently at 3-1, GNX Raptor Talons. This match has now gone in GNX's favor. This last drop, it's still points. If Raptor Talons win this, it's another point that they get. Towards the end of the day, the end of the competition, this one drop could be, really important. You never know. So,
Yeah, it's like the with that said, Raptor Talon, like actually the effort that Raptor Talon put in the previous match in Bog, um, was like I respect with that move. Like they identified like exactly where GNX mechs were out of positions. They jumped on them very quickly. They managed to like isolate and kill very quickly, but it was basically attrition, and GNX was basically like making shots count and
they had
like
their
taking
guns
them
on
one down.
target better.
Yeah,
Better target priority. Better
yeah.
focus
So
fire.
respect to Raptor Talon for that push. That's pretty good.
For this next map, which is mining, I really envision much of the same thing happening. I think the assaults will be different, but I still expect to see SRMs, something more aggressive out of the lights and mediums. This is the last drop, so the only thing that matters is tonnage, and you could bring 2 max of each weight class. So teams could bring 2 assaults, 2 heavies, 2 mediums, 1 light, 2 lights, 2, however they want to get the 7, as long as they say under 420 tons. So be curious to see if teams favor heavies. Also, I don't think we haven't really seen many Crusaders.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we even have seen one.
I don't
even.
think we've seen one Crusader. Yeah,
No.
everyone's playing Night Gears,
Yeah,
Summoners, Onions.
definitely saw a lot of Vipers and Mistlings.
Yep, Fire Starters,
Yeah.
Fleas, Incubus. This would be a good map to see some Crusaders on.
Yeah, Crusader can work well on this map.
But then I think about that, and I think these teams will see Summoner and think, I want to bring 2 Summoners instead of 2 Crusaders. Whereas me personally, I see that high pinpoint instant damage to the Crusader. I think I would tend to favor the
Yeah.
double Crusader over double.
It's like a trade-off. Like they're like, okay, so are we going for like a glass cannon, something like a Crusader, or for a prolonged fight with the Summoner? Summoners are
it's a bit harder
more,
to play.
Yeah, Summoner is basically like
Point
a
it in
tank,
that
but
direction.
yeah.
Yeah. We are now on the last drop of this Div E match: Raptor Talons versus GNX Alternis.
We'll see how this plays out. Yep, team's coming in.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource point.
Yeah, I can go over
Stop any
GNX
hostiles
and
that get in your way.
Raptor Talons basically just has, you know, kind of an more of an Unga Bunga deck.
Okay. Yeah, I
Vipers,
can...
Mistlinks,
What?
Nightgear.
Good. GNX is actually going for a very weird deck.
Command,
Like I
confirming
see
that we have
Timberwolf, I
possession
see the
of
Charger
Kappa.
number 7. That's a very rare thing. The Timberwolf Bounty Hunter,
Enemy forces
Shadowcat,
have
Mishi
Sigma.
Peshu,
We have
and
Gamma.
a Flea, and a Phoenix Hawk 7S.
So
So
GNX is also
it's-
going for a flank on the dark side here around the corner.
Yeah, that's... I've noticed GNX liking that move quite a few times.
I don't know if they've been scouted yet. Has Giggity seen them? You want to hop in
No,
the Giggity?
they've taken a bit of taken a
he
bit of
sees
PPC fire from
Yeah.
From the other side. Like even the
Giggity
two
sees
guys
him.
near Epsi.
He's not running though. He's holding that spot.
The number 7 is ER largest, by the way, so they do have some trading power in the back end of the map.
Yep, 5-year large. That Charger.
Yeah.
We have gained Epsilon.
Yeah. I don't know if they have a plan for holding Theta because Kappa's gonna go towards.
Well, Raptor Talons is preemptively running. Like they recalled their Direwolf. Their XC's also
Yes.
taking off.
Yeah, it is.
GNX isn't like they're not full sending.
I mean, GNX doesn't have really the send power.
No, but Raptor Talons is reading it as such.
Yeah,
Just because they're
and
grouped.
I think it's actually gonna. If Raptor Talons can go grab Kappa, which they are, and just like hold the map like this, because they have enough DPS in terms of like Wolfpack to be able to stop a push, they should be able to force GNX to sort of like make a move into their hands. Because GNX already like locked down Epsi and Gamma, but I don't think they can get close to Theta.
Kappa is under enemy control.
Both teams are relatively fresh. Really no damage coming out from either team as they're basically just kind of rotating around
Yeah,
the map.
the Timberwolf from GNX is getting close to Theta, probably to try to draw some fire or put some pressure for them to flip Theta, because that's the only way they can win. Now Raptor Talon has like full control over Theta.
Well, the Raptor Talon Lights are getting a little froggy here. They are pushing up in possibly a dangerous position. St. Dane and Iggy might get jumped here. There's no Overwatch. They're going to take some damage for free. Iggy barely takes any damage. Is able to get away, fortunately.
Actually, the
really
best move
bad.
for them is to like move over Theta.
For
Because
GNX to
that's
push over Theta.
Sorry, for Raptor Talon Lights to get away was moving
Yes.
over Theta because there is Overwatch on top of it. But yeah, they're flipping Theta right now. Although
Yep. Raptor Talons does have the 3 cap, but at the moment it's not too much of a big deal.
yeah,
They have time.
Night Gear Indigo Man just like ate a big alpha from that Timberwolf. Went from like yellow armor to red armor. Yeah, and Giggity actually has a very good angle on Theta in the Executioner in that top of that.
Bad Piggy's about to get some back shots in. These two lights, Bad Piggy and Tuna Fist, might just be eating.
Yeah, they
Hope he gets
are
out.
pushing a big blob. Yeah, Giggity is taking a bit of fire from the number 7 Eolurges and the Bludgeon. Or is it? Is it the Maul? I might have misread. Yeah. Yeah, GNX definitely trying to push this night gear from the alleyways so Theta gets, like, because that's the only mech that's preventing them from grabbing Theta.
Oh, they're pushing up now. Misty is
Yeah.
pushing up with the Timberwolf. Getting straight in there. Misty eating a lot of damage from these 2 lights.
Oh, these Wolfpacks don't realize that there's a Timberwolf right up their ass. The Timberwolf's probably going down in a very quickly.
Point Beta is ours.
Still,
yeah, the
this
Timberwolf's
damage
going
is kind
down.
of going out everywhere. Need to take down this
Yeah,
Phoenix
Shadowcat went down. That was a costly move by GNX.
Raptor Talons going back to holding this angle on these alleys. They did lose the 3 cap. However, if they just get these kills, yeah, these GNX lights are fighting, lights and mediums, they're fighting in this low ground where the assaults can't even help them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're basically
Yeah.
going to die for free without being able to get, you know.
Yeah.
Sailor Jerry's trying to push up to assist, but all he's going to do is put himself in line of fire as soon as they die. Tuna Fist and the Flea is still alive.
Yeah.
St. Dane is completely stripped. He's basically a dead mech. Tuna Fist does go down.
Yeah. The Executioner from
Raptor Talons.
Raptor Talons. He could potentially clean up.
Sailor Jerry is pretty fresh. Fairly fresh. The Warhammer 2C, he's not fresh at all.
Yeah. The Executioner is also pretty hurt. He's trying to put damage into that number 7, but don't think. And the caps are so close.
They're gonna take down a Sailor Jerry here. Giggity does go down, but not before Sailor goes down.
Yeah, they need to grab Theta at this moment.
Armor Core is basically one touch everywhere. 2 touch CT, 1 touch side torsos. But at the same time, is this the Direwolf that can really... There he goes.
Yeah.
Nice job, Raptor
Beta
Talons.
is controlled by the enemy.
Yeah,
Close
that was
match,
a pretty
3-2.
Yeah, that was a pretty good good one. Good finish for Raptor Talons cuz like I've seen it like a few times. Like when you go towards the north side of the map in that little like dark spot, you have to have a plan for holding the map like to hold 3 cap because you're limiting yourself in a very sort of like small area and giving the enemy to just like surround you in terms of like firing angles and everything. And what they did, because caps are running away, they had to take it. They realized that there was a lot of Overwatch on top of Theta, so they had to do something about the Overwatch. Had to actually get away from that dark spot, move forward, try to put pressure on. But guess what? You're just like pushing into the entire enemy mech with like four or 5 mechs, and you're gonna get cleaned up. And Raptor Talon actually had a lot of DPS in those. Even the Veagle was like AC-10s, like Viper, and they had 2 Mistlynxes. They could receive it on that side.
I mean,
so...
they did a good job of basically holding this area here and then just denying it.
Yeah,
like they
I mean,
basically they held
it,
that alley and they were fighting in it. And the problem is that you know, you had your traders from GNX were basically chilling up here for the most part. Maybe a little over here. And some of these areas, they don't have lines on. So when GNX pushes up and they go into this area, they're not under the cover of their traders anymore.
Yeah, they tried to sort of like push away people that were overwatching Theta, and they did, and they managed to get Theta when that move was happening. But it was a very costly move. What they did, it costed them a lot of armor, a lot of mechs, and so now what you end up with is like 3 backline mechs or 2 backline mechs, and you have to sort of like maintain the cap using those, while the enemy has a number advantage on you, even though they're hurt, but they can still like even potentially can go back cap you.
Yeah, I will say that Raptor Talons did a really good job in that last fight in particular with not losing their cool and putting themselves in a bad spot. Like the spot they were in was perfect. They did a really good job. The Night
they
Gears
received they received that push really good with the DPS that they had.
in the Night Gears had a bit of trouble. I noticed in a few drops where they eat a lot of damage, and they were able to kind of just slow that down a bit to let their assaults and whatnot just get some work in. It was a good showing for both teams. 3-2 GNX's favor. Pretty much all the drops are fairly close. Definitely a good match. Thanks for casting with me on this one, Abid. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And for everybody else, we'll have to catch you next time. Looks like we have another match tomorrow, 2000 UTC, if I am not mistaken. And yeah, thanks for watching, and everyone have a good day.
Yep. Have a good day.